It's finally happening. July 7th, the 7th day of the 7th month, has opened the Trip 7 portal. A rare energy gateway that doesn't come often, and never by mistake. This isn't just a number. It's a shift point. A moment that changes everything without warning. You've probably already felt it. Random flashbacks, sudden mood flips, texts you typed but never sent. A strange urge to pull back from the noise, even from things you used to love. That's not overthinking. That's the 777 frequency routing your path in real time. Most won't notice what's happening, but if you're here, you're already inside it. So stay with me, like this video, subscribe, and type 777 in the comment. Today, July 7th, marks more than a date. It's a cosmic alignment encoded with precision. The 7th day of the 7th month, unlocking the Trip 7 portal, a frequency that only activates when time and energy sync in perfect rhythm. Above us, the stars are forming a spiritual equation. Venus in Cancer is stirring your emotional DNA, bringing forgotten soul contracts, quiet intuition, and sacred longing to the surface. Chiron stationing in Aries is exposing raw edges of your identity that are finally ready to be rewritten. Meanwhile, the moon crosses over Elul, the star the ancients called the Eye of Medusa. A mythic mirror said to reveal truth so powerful it could collapse illusions instantly. This isn't just astrology, it's soul choreography. The sky is your path in real time, not to disrupt, but to awaken. And if you're feeling it, it means the portal has already recognized you. This portal carries a deeper purpose than most realize. It's not just here to bring insight. It's here to dissolve the outdated version of you that no longer fits where your soul is going. July 7th, encoded with the frequency of Trip 7, doesn't just open a portal in the cosmos, it opens a portal within your own energy field. And what's coming through it is not random. It's precision-tuned to meet you at your current level of evolution. This moment marks the release of karmic storylines that have looped through lifetimes. Silent contracts you've outgrown but never consciously closed. Energetic attachments that were once lessons, now simply residue. Right now, old soul agreements are dissolving, not through drama, but through resonance. You may notice certain connections feel like they've naturally faded. Things you once fought for no longer pull you. It's not loss, it's liberation. Your soul is shifting timelines, and what doesn't match that new frequency simply falls away. This is the spiritual technology of the 777 portal. It rewires your path not through thought, but through vibration. Light body upgrades are also underway. You might feel more sensitive, more attuned, or even strangely detached from your physical routines. That's not disconnection. It's a sign your multidimensional body is recalibrating. In this frequency, the 5D self, the aspect of you that already lives in truth, clarity, and alignment, is stepping forward. Not as an idea, but as a living experience. This is a spiritual rebirth hidden in plain sight. And it's happening without force, without pressure, just through frequency. The more you soften, the more you receive. The more you let go of what no longer resonates, the faster you align with what's always been waiting. Everything feels like it's speeding up and slowing down at the same time. You're present, but detached. Engaged, but quietly observing from a distance. The air around you feels heavier, thicker, like there's an unseen wave moving through space that only you can sense. That's not confusion. That's how timeline recalibration feels when it hits the body first. Since the activation on July 7th, your energy field has been in flux. The system is working overtime to decode frequencies from the Trip 7 portal. That's why your sleep doesn't land the same. Why your thoughts jump timelines before you can finish them. Why memories you haven't thought about in years suddenly resurface mid-conversation or while you're brushing your teeth. You're not going backwards. You're reprocessing energy that was once trapped. This is how quantum release works. The ache in your joints, the tightness in your skin, the electric current moving up your spine, none of it is random. Your nervous system is acting like an antenna, tuning in to multidimensional information. Before your logic has a chance to catch up, and your emotions, they've been louder than usual for a reason. This portal isn't just adjusting your frequency, it's surfacing buried patterns so you can feel them, move them, release them. If you've had sudden bursts of tears, creative urges that don't make sense, or a strong need to unplug from people, conversations, or even goals that once mattered, that's alignment unfolding. Your light body is reorganizing itself around a new truth. You're not unstable, you're not falling behind, you're not broken. What you're feeling is the activation of an entirely new level of awareness. One where your body becomes the messenger and your emotions become the map. Let it be messy. Let it be non-linear. Let it be holy, because what's moving through you isn't meant to be figured out, it's meant to be felt. This 777 portal doesn't just illuminate your path forward, it exposes everything you've been dragging behind you. It opens the vault of the unconscious, the parts you avoid, suppress, deny, not to shame you, but to purify. What can't follow you into your next timeline? Since July 7th, you may have felt unusually sensitive, reactive, or heavy in ways that don't match your current environment. That's because this energy isn't activating just your conscious choices. It's touching your deepest soul wounds. Emotions you've rationalized away are resurfacing. Old insecurities are flaring. Hidden grief is being stirred. Not because you're regressing, but because you're finally ready to release what's been buried. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the inner realm, where we store every unloved part of ourselves. The pieces we pushed away to be accepted. The voices we silenced to feel safe. And yet the shadow never disappears. It waits. And during portals like this, it steps forward. Not to destroy you, but to reintegrate with you. Karmic debris rises when frequencies shift this fast. You might be remembering past relationships, mistakes, betrayals, or traumas that seem to reappear out of nowhere. But they're not punishments. They're patterns ready to be rewritten. Soul contracts dissolving their grip. Loops asking to be closed with consciousness this time. You don't need to analyze every thought or emotion. You just need to allow them. You may feel tired, angry, disconnected, or suddenly overwhelmed by the urge to cry without knowing why. Let it move, let it shake, let it empty, because this is your shadow being exhaled, and it means you're healing. This portal is stripping off the false layers, the identities you created to survive. The masks that felt necessary in a world that didn't yet see your depth. And now it's showing you the raw, real, radiant version of you beneath it all. Shadow work is holy work. It's not about fixing your darkness, it's about holding it with grace. You are not weak for breaking down. You're powerful for finally letting the truth come through. There is nothing wrong with you. There never was. The shadow is not your enemy. It's your initiation. And this time, you don't have to run from it. You get to walk through it and rise. Something shifted the moment the calendar crossed into July 7th, not on the surface, but deep within your energy field. This was never about a single moment in time. It was a coded ignition point, planted long ago into your soul's timeline. And once it's triggered, there's no going back. You may not see the change in your reflection, but your frequency knows. Your system has been flooded with light codes, crystalline threads of intelligence carrying instructions for your next level. These aren't just metaphors. They're the language of your soul's evolution. Your body is upgrading. Your cells are remembering. Your nervous system is recalibrating to hold more clarity, more intuition, more power. Think of this as an energetic reset. Old blueprints are collapsing. Outdated energetic grids built on survival, fear, confusion, are being dismantled. And in their place, something ancient is rising. You are no longer operating from who you thought you're being moved by who you were always destined to become. Chakras that once felt blocked or dim are stirring with new life. The throat wants to speak truth. The heart wants to feel without armor. The solar plexus is reclaiming its fire, and the crown it's wide open, receiving, transmitting, attuning to a frequency far beyond this linear world. And it's not just internal. Many of you are already sensing new psychic gifts, sparking to life sharper intuition. Dream downloads, telepathic pulses, multi-dimensional awareness. These aren't glitches or fantasies. They're activations. Your multi-dimensional DNA is switching on, spiritual memory is unlocking like codes buried in stone. And your intuition, that quiet voice you once questioned, is becoming your most trusted compass. You might feel like your old self is dissolving. That's not a loss, that's liberation. The version of you that was shaped by trauma, conditioned roles, and unconscious agreements is stepping aside. And the being who moves forward from here is a clearer vessel. Not because they are perfect, but because they are real. This energy is not gentle because your soul didn't come here to play small. It came to rise, to lead, to awaken parts of humanity still sleeping. And before you could do that, you had to wake yourself. That's what this moment has done. It's broken the seal. You're not the same, and you never will be. The resonance you hold now will begin to change what you attract, what you tolerate, what you create. What's ahead may not be fully visible yet, but your field already knows the path. Don't rush to understand it. Just stay open. Let the codes settle. Let the light spread. You didn't imagine the shift, you embodied it. And now the real becoming begins. The energy that surged through your field on the 7th of July was not isolated. It wasn't just for you. It moved through the Earth's core, through the water tables, through the wind, through the collective frequency net that connects us all. The 777 portal didn't just awaken individuals, it stirred the planetary grid. There are moments in time when personal healing becomes planetary. When your decision to rise sends signals through the fabric of humanity's shared field. This was one of those moments. A synchronization point. And whether the world understands it or not, something in the collective has already been recoded. Every time someone chooses to align with their truth, the frequency of that choice echoes outward. When one soul releases fear, it sends a ripple. That gives another the courage to soften. When one heart forgives, it creates space in the grid for peace to anchor. We're not separate waves crashing in chaos. We are the ocean, remembering its tide. The 777 portal opened a global access point to unity consciousness, the vibrational reality, where separation dissolves, and every living being is recognized as part of the One. This isn't a theory. It's not a wishful idea. It's a grid, a structure, a living network of light. And with each awakening soul, that grid grows stronger, clearer, more activated. You've probably already noticed it. People waking up in waves, relationships breaking open, systems losing power, secrets coming into the light. Not because the world is falling apart, but because the veil is lifting. The matrix that was built on fear and division can't sustain itself in this vibration. The 777 frequency carries the vibration of divine coherence. Not perfection, but resonance. It clears out distortion, exposes imbalance, and accelerates evolution. And that's exactly what we're witnessing. Institutions are trembling not by accident, but by energetic inevitability. When enough people return to their truth, the false structures that feed on distortion collapse under their own weight. This is not chaos. This is clearing. This is not destruction. This is alignment, and it's happening faster than the mind can grasp. The shift isn't just happening out there, it's happening through us. Every thought you purify, every trauma you release, every vibration you anchor, it ripples. The more you embody light, the more light you make available to the grid. You're not just healing yourself, you're broadcasting a new reality into the field. That's how the new earth is born. Not through war, not through revolution, but through vibration. Through enough hearts vibrating at the level of love, sovereignty, compassion, and truth. Through enough souls who choose to live awake, even when the world is still dreaming. This is why your inner work has felt so heavy lately. You're not carrying just your own healing. You've been transmuting ancestral pain, collective density, karmic echoes passed through bloodlines, and as intense as that sounds, it's also sacred. You were chosen to help recalibrate this planet. Not through force, but through frequency. What happened on the 7th of July wasn't a cosmic coincidence. It was a convergence, an energetic flashpoint where enough souls had cleared enough density to allow the higher timeline to imprint itself more deeply into the collective grid. In ancient star wisdom, this is called a harmonization node when the vibration of Earth becomes compatible with a higher octave of reality. That's where we are now, walking the edge of two worlds. The old timeline hasn't disappeared yet, but it's losing power. And the new one, it's already here, humming beneath your feet, moving through your aura, encoded into every breath you take. You may have noticed it in subtle ways. The way strangers suddenly feel familiar. The way synchronicities unfold like a map. The way silence feels safer than noise. These are signs that you're starting to attune to the unified field, the grid of resonance, not reaction. And what's even more incredible, you're not alone in this. All over the planet, people are waking up without knowing why, feeling urges to change their lives, walk away from empty patterns, speak truths they never dared voice. They're not being impulsive. They're being activated. We are in the early phase of global soul retrieval. Pieces of truth, purpose, memory, and mission are returning to those who forgot why they came. The grid is lighting up again. The Earth is remembering herself. And the more we surrender to the frequency, the faster the veil thins. You might feel like your role in all this is small, but the truth is, you are the node. Every awakened soul becomes a transmitter. You don't need a platform. Your frequency is the broadcast. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. Just stay in coherence. That's the real revolution. We're entering a phase where silent alignment will speak louder than loud distraction. Where grounded presence will be more disruptive than shouting. Where being real in a world addicted to illusion becomes the highest form of service. So if things have felt strange, surreal, weightless, heavy, or undefined lately, you're not off course. You're syncing with the field. You're recalibrating your compass to match the pulse of the new Earth. The awakening isn't coming. It's already here. The collective field has already changed. The signal was sent through the grid on the 7th of July, and the 777 portal responded. With precision, it activated, not through force, but through frequency, like a tuning fork striking the entire planetary field. What you've been sensing isn't a dream. It's the early vibration of a world waking up. There is a pulse moving through humanity now, one that bypasses politics, systems, and logic. It speaks through symbols, synchronicities, inner pulls, and quiet revolutions. It calls the truth out of people. It ends things that no longer carry light, and it whispers even in chaos. You're not alone in this. All over the world, the energy is rearranging, not just inside individuals, but between them. Relationships are recalibrating. Communities are forming through resonance instead of obligation. Conversations that used to be impossible are starting to flow like soul memory. You're witnessing a grid repair not externally, but soul to soul. Because collective awakening doesn't look like everyone getting the same answer. It looks like everyone dropping the same illusion. The illusion of disconnection. The illusion of lack. The illusion that healing has to hurt and love has to be earned. The illusion that we're not already divine. When one person steps into their truth, the frequency they hold becomes an anchor point, not just for themselves, but for the collective field. And when enough people anchor truth, a tipping point emerges. That's what this portal helped accelerate. A vibrational tipping point. A shift in dominant frequency from fear to coherence. That's why the world feels in between right now. Why old timelines feel like dead skin you can't shed fast enough, and the new timeline feels real but still forming. That's not confusion. That's multidimensional alignment. You're not just changing your life. You're weaving a new layer into the entire planetary architecture. Every breath you take in presence is a prayer for the collective. Every choice you make from soul instead of survival realigns the grid. Every moment you choose inner peace over outer noise, that's evolution. The new Earth isn't a fantasy realm. It's a frequency one we're learning to live inside. It exists in the same physical space but in a completely different energetic bandwidth. And the 777 portal was like a massive lightning strike through the veil. It didn't just open a door, it invited us to remember how to walk through it. This collective upgrade is not comfortable. It's not meant to be. We are purging thousands of years of distortion, false teachings, inverted codes, spiritual bypassing. It's all being exposed not to shame us, but to liberate us. So if you're feeling waves of grief, rage, numbness, or strange joy, that's the detox. That's the spiritual nervous system adjusting to a new electrical voltage. And through that recalibration, your role in the collective becomes clearer. Not a role given by the world, but one your soul chose long before incarnation. Some of you are grid holders, some are frequency stabilizers, some are transmitters, some are activators, some are soul midwives, helping others birth their truth in silence. None of these roles are above or below another. This is not a hierarchy. It's harmonic structure, a vibrational web where every soul, from the loudest leader to the quietest heart, is essential. The energy of the 777 portal has reconnected us to that remembering. And now, even the things that used to distract us feel dull, the noise feels unbearable, the fake, the forced, the shallow. You can feel your field rejecting it, like static. That's not judgment. That's alignment. That's your system learning to only vibrate where your soul can breathe. So many of you have felt like you don't belong here, like you were born too early or too late. Like you're walking in a world that doesn't speak your language. But let this be a divine confirmation. You were never meant to fit into the old. You are meant to help build the new. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not imagining things. You are responding to a very real, very ancient frequency that is finally rising again after lifetimes of silence, and it's calling in a very specific kind of humaner, new breed of being who lives from soul, not ego. From coherence, not chaos. From unity, not division. The more we attune to that, the more Earth begins to shift. Weather patterns change, magnetic lines respond. Water carries new information. The Schumann resonance spikes because Earth is a being, too, and she's awakening with us. There will be moments ahead that test this moment where the old tries to pull you back with fear, guilt, or urgency. But don't mistake resistance for regression. Every time the light grows stronger, the shadows flinch. It's physics, it's expected. You don't need to push the light, you just need to hold it. Stay grounded. Stay hydrated. Stay clear. Trust the inner impulses, the nudges, the visions, the dreams even, the silence. They're not just messages, they're mission codes. And when you follow them, you become a living transmission of the new Earth grid. We are not waiting for a savior, we are remembering we are the ones. And the more we live like it, the faster the veil dissolves. So let this be your reminder. The grid has shifted. The 777 portal did not ask for your belief. It aligned with your being. And from here on out, things will not feel the same because you're no longer vibrating in a world that was built to keep you asleep. You are now vibrating in the field of awakening that changes everything. Anchoring. The shift rituals, the portal has opened. The energy has shifted. But your body, your spirit, your timeline, they still need to catch up to the frequency now humming through your field. This moment isn't about rushing, it's about rooting, about claiming the activation instead of just sensing it, because even the highest energy will pass through you if you don't anchor it. So here's what matters now: how you seal this shift into your daily field. Not through performance, not through perfection, but through presence. The ancients knew this, that rituals aren't about belief, they're about resonance. They are doorways carved into time, not to convince the universe, but to remind your soul. That's what these steps are, not tasks, not magic tricks, but energetic activations that speak directly to the blueprint within you. One breath, plus. Words. Speak this mantra out loud 3 times each morning for the next 7 days. I align, I remember, I rise. It's not just a sentence, it's a key. In Hermetic wisdom, breath and word together unlock gateways. Your voice is not just sounded, is frequency encoded with command. When you say these words aloud, you're not just affirming, you're sealing, you're telling your field, Lock it in, hold the frequency, make it real. 2. Water ritual, fill a bowl with water, pure, filtered, or blessed under the moon. Hold your hands above it. Speak into it softly. I release what is no longer mine. I return to what is true. Then rinse your hands in that water. Let it run down your wrists, your fingers, your pulse points. Let the water hold your intention like a memory keeper in many shamanic traditions. Water is considered the great transmuter, the bridge between spirit and matter. This isn't just cleansing, it's code clearing. It's closing the file on timelines you've outgrown. 3. Stillness plus light at any time in the day, no specific hour. Find 5 minutes to close your eyes. Place both palms over your heart. Visualize golden white light moving through your spine like a soft current. No need to force it. Just feel, even a flicker is enough. As you sit there, whisper, I now hold the vibration of my highest timeline and I let it unfold. This is timeline attunement. You're not begging the universe. You're harmonizing with the version of you that already exists in that alignment. Light codes, chakra reactivation, DNA memory, they're all responsive to will plus emotion plus vision. That's how quantum remembering works. You don't need a temple. You are the altar. You don't need to chase the energy. You are the conductor. These aren't rituals to impress the divine. They're activations to awaken the divine within you. And every time you repeat them, something ancient in your field stirs, not because you're becoming more spiritual, but because you're becoming more you. So don't rush this. Let it integrate. Drink more water, spend time in silence, say no more often. Let your nervous system unwind from the noise of the old. The 777 portal didn't just shift the stars, it shifted you. And these small actions help your frequency remember what your soul already knows. It's safe to rise now. It's time to live like the version of you that already knows. This energy is real, because it is, and so are you. Closing activation. This message stirred something deep in you, even just a flicker. It means the portal has recognized your frequency. To seal this moment, comment below. I align. I remember. I rise. Let those words echo through your energy field. And activate your timeline. If someone you love is going through a shift, or if you feel someone needs this guidance, right now share this video with them. Be the bridge, be the lighthouse, and above all, remember this, you're not late, you're not broken. You are precisely where your soul intended you to be. With warmth, love, and fierce grace I see you, I bless you, and I walk with you.